Now that I presume everybody is in and nobody is going to be left behind, so let's share a document on the first topic. The first topic we will look into, Isra, that handsome man is behind you or that handsome man is only your back screen? Okay.
Best screen.
Tak apa.
Best screen.
Choose the way you like it. I have no objection. I was just wondering. Okay, thank you. All right, now as I was saying, I'm going to look into the document that says historical background. The historical background is really very important. Okay, so bear with me if you have it in your hand. Okay, so that is, all right, the historical development of international law. Okay, now to start this, it is very, very vital, all right, that you hear me why historical development is important. Right? Ini important nak tahu. So once you know, then it is important for you, all right, then you know where to place the important later. Senang dia macam tu kan? Alright, okay, kalau kita tak tahu, we always thought historical development ni buang je, tak penting. Tapi it is important. The historical development is considered as customary development of the source of international law. Right? This historical development, they become source of international law. You need to know their name because when you have problems in actual practical aspect of international law and the law that is already in the convention cannot solve the problem, then you want to go to this founding fathers to solve the problem. At the moment, you are only a student, but later you would want to do what? You would want to solve problem at international level. So sometimes the convention that we refer to is silent. All right. Jadi, where then you get the answer? You can't be cracking your head because you don't know the running of the rest of the world. So therefore, the answers to the questions that maybe in the future, in the past, coming back into this season or life, you can have the answer or some kind of indication back in the founding fathers. And that's the important of it. Okay, nombor satu. Nombor satu is because of the source. Number dua is because the source will help you solve problem that is not identified by the present convention. Number tiga, you will know how international law is developed. All right, then you will be able to answer the questions that I post you on the past year exam. Why international law is Eurocentric? We get back to the end of the class. Right, so bear with me. In the first screen, you will see the title there. And then on the second screen, this second screen, it's only representing the content. All right, content ni kadang-kadang, because I have seen it for so many years, I hafal dah dia. Kadang-kadang saya skip dia. Tapi in your level, all right, you can skip with me or you can go back later and baca dia the full PowerPoint, yeah? All right. Okay, so kita start dengan the early origin. When we talk about the early origin, alright, okay, you nampak dia betul ke dia tertutup sikit? Besar sikit. Alright, early origin. Okay, this early origin, okay, in some of the book, alright, they concentrate on the early origin of international law. This early origin of international law is also represented by the word ancient, ancient international law. There are, nanti you will have to identify the cutting period, when it is considered the early origin, when it is considered the modern international law, all right? But the early origin of international law, they don't get dead. They are not dead. They are still there, only people don't refer it because they are not the favorite of this century or the modern century. Yeah, tapi they are not dead. The law is still good because for a long period of time, the states in international stage has already referred to them. All right. Okay. Now Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is always the first part. Mesopotamia ni apa? Mesopotamia ni during this time, the law that governs the people and the running of the people come from the deity, come from Tuhan. Tuhan in the form of orang atau Tuhan dia in the form of orang duduk dekat Olympus, dekat atas awan sana. Dia panggil deity, dewa. Alright. Siapa paling famous sekali? Zeus. Neptune, the handsome man from the sea. Alright. And then the rest. Batman tak masuk kat sini Batman. Alright. Okay, so Mesopotamia. Alright, you know all this, they have the dewa-dewa, so they are the one that sort of have law. They say they have a superpower, super strength, they run the law. What would be the law? Alright, in the time of Mesopotamia, is that they will then protect their jurisdiction. Mesopotamia people, it's important that they know this is my island Cyprus. Alright, okay, so nobody going to come in. I'm going to be the person. Dulu dia tak pakai gelaran king during this time period. Alright, Mesopotamia also on the continent of Earth is in Iraq. Alright, Iraq. Iraq is much earlier than Egypt. Egypt is the next one. Ada ancient Egypt, ada modern Egypt. Ancient Egypt definitely all the pharaoh, all the pharaoh, all the pyramids, and anything below, anything that. All right, the modern Egypt, all right, we'll start with Egypt being conquered by the foreign, German, France, and Netherlands, and British. Those are the period here. So in the ancient Egypt, it is the human. Tadi it is deity. It is the dewa that is not living here on earth. They're living somewhere. All right, in the cloud. Okay, tapi in so the law coming from the cloud. Right, the law coming from God that is not placed on earth. But in the Egypt, the law comes from the human being who declare themselves God. So he makes rule. But where is he? He is on earth. Who is he? He is human. Right? Okay. Now Indian civilization. This one, Indian civilization, they are a little unique. All right, the specialty of Indian civilization is that, okay, the two princes come from a dog. All right, the two princes come from a dog. The dog gives birth to these two princes, and the prince make law. All right, okay. Siapa nama the prince? Ramayana. All right, okay. Ramayana and the brother, there are two. Dia bukan satu lelaki, satu perempuan, dua-dua lelaki. Alright, they are the one. Okay, from them they got married and then they have generation. Sebab tu dia ada Tuhan, dia ada pahlawan Hanuman, monyet. Alright, okay, pasal asal dia dari dog. Alright, okay. Well, anyway, yang pentingnya during the Indian civilization, alright, these human make law. All right, they also have capability of using the nature. The nature meaning that they constructed to make a bridge, to make a quail, to make a statue. All right, during this time of Indian civilization. That's why today we discover by the archaeology there are a lot of caves that is being tooled. So you see in pyramid, dia bentuk dia tiga segi, dia susul-susul, but of course it's really big. I'm not going to making it lighter. That they have skill. During the engine, they have science people. During the civilization of the Indian, they have the architect that built. All right, buildings. All right. Okay, I've done that. Okay, then Chinese civilization. In Chinese civilization pula. What is so special about Chinese civilization? All right, they now the law come from China, the emperor. Dia pakai emperor. Emperor will determine your sector of participation on earth. Meaning that tadi Indian apa sama juga macam yang atas, dia tak ada sector. Alright, dekat Indian civilization masa pada waktu ni, later on, it's the human that create kasta. Lupa saya nak cakap tadi, kasta. Indian ada kasta, the Brahmin, and then the lower kasta. Alright, okay, in the Chinese civilization, alright, dia bukan kasta by birth seperti in Indian. The law says the kasta, the sector is by kemahiran. If you have the strength, if you know about weather, so you may be in the sector of agriculture. If you can create, you may be the medicine people. You can create medicine from whatever the environment, you are probably the medicine man. If you know how to write and write poems, you probably are the administrator. Sometimes you'll be appointed as the magistrate. And if you are strong and you can fight and you can shoot arrow, all right, archery, all right, you become in the sector of the warrior. All right, in Chinese civilization, they concentrate on the law of putting you. They choose you, keluar ambil you, campak dekat, all right, agriculture, so you are going to be there. There is no way for you to move out from one sector in Chinese civilization to another sector. So some sector, there will always be judges, administrator. Some sector, there will be keturunan, dia will always be doctors or bomo or science. All right. Okay. Some will always be pahlawan berketurunan. Okay. Right. And then later on, the emperor changed the law where the emperor, some of the emperor later, all right, kata, if you are good, all right, you are in the sector that has already been given to your ancestor, all right, you can go out to the sector, but you must pass a test. All right, you must pass a test. Tu dalam cerita Cina, Korea semua ada test. Kena pass tu barulah boleh keluar daripada dark sector into that sector. All right, okay. So the law over there put up a sector, they prepare for all the changes. Law is always like that. They are ready to change. All right, the next one is ancient Greece. In ancient Greece, they start the luxury of life. Meaning that, all right, they decorate their women, they have jewelry, all right, and they love traveling. And then they travels with the boat, ship, wherever they are creating them. Ancient Greece, they like to have sex. Prostitute is one of the legitimate, all right. The more you are having a client, the more important you are being accepted by the public. Tu dekat ancient Greece, yeah. All right, okay. Jadi some of the prince and princess, all right, okay. The moment they raise to the level, barulah dia ada. Jadi the law in ancient Greece is different. To gain a popularity for the lower, you have to get into the job. One of the most respectable job is being a prostitute, a farmer. All right. Tapi once you are raised, you already raised into the level yang atas tu, you are, if you want to be in the higher society, you must be able to read. You must be able to create poems. You must be able to defend others. That is ancient Greece. All right, tapi it's still there are no the law the law dia dekat sini. The law is by the interest of the people. So you can become a champion in your society if you are the most favorite and respected. Dalam semua ni memang ada the deities. All right, okay. To the ancient. Now here comes the Roman Empire. During the Roman Empire, tu dah nampak dah. I have already invited him in. Him ke, her ke, dah. Admin all saya kata. Okay. Right. Okay. All join in dah. All right. Okay. Now in the Roman Empire pula, Roman Empire dekat sini, all right, they had this rule of election. All right. Okay. They may be living in the ancient Greece. Part of it is adopting ancient Greece, all right, mode of society, and then classify. The law is developed to supplement that. Tapi in the Roman Empire, they favor the favorites from the society. Tu saya tulis jus gentium. Jus gentium is law that is from general. The general over here is the public. The public akan vote you. Ni voting kami in during the Roman Empire, and voting kami in stay sampai hari ni, you know. Alright, okay. You will be voted as the one, and because of your strength, Julius Caesar get to be voted. First they get to be voted from the where he kampung dia, then he get to be voted, and he get to be voted, and he get to be voted until the day Julius Caesar become the emperor. Cuma the worst part is living in the Roman Empire is the one who voted you will be the one who stack the knife at your back. All right, okay. So now in the early origin, we have picked up how the law develops from one early history until to the Roman history. Right. Jadi now you know why sometimes we also select the people. Jadi kalau nak select the people tu kadang-kadang orang tu mestilah the one that is in your society. If you want to follow the Roman Empire. Now for you to be selected in the Roman Empire, to be elected, all right, okay, selected, elected, and then appointed. In order to have this, you must have a very vast support. All right, okay, you must have a big number of voting. Barulah boleh. Okay, right. Now to get a number of voting, you got to be nice. You got to show your strength. All right, you don't have to be corrupted. Okay, all right. I don't have to say that. Tapi saya saja nak melawak. All right, okay. Now ni jus gentium. Okay, so can you differentiate? Let me just tanya you on this first part. Ada soalan? Boleh faham everyone? Ada soalan?
Boleh faham.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to know that. Kalau tidak nanti saya tak tahu. Okay, thank you dear. Alright, thank you. So let's go back here into this one.